Hey everyone, so right now it's Wednesday and I feel like absolute crap because I just woke up and I slept for like 11, 12 hours. So I slept all day and I feel really bad, and there's a couple of things that happened while I was sleeping, but mostly good things. I got my bill from my internet provider and it looks like they're not going to try to charge me for them having to send out someone to come out and fix the internet, because after all, the reason we had internet problems to begin with was because one of their guys came in our backyard and messed around with something in order to get it working for the neighbors. So at least that went well. And also I got some text from someone, and let's just say I've been trying to sell something on Craigslist for just a few days actually. And this guy's willing to pay full price. He's not gonna like try to lower the price or anything like that, or try to ask for me to lower it. And that's great because, I should be getting this probably sold within a couple of days here. Pretty soon I'll text him back, or maybe wait till tomorrow because it's super late right now. But, that's really good because I'm going to try to use the money to replace my speakers for my computer, that a lot of you guys have seen in my videos. And the reason is because those speakers, I've had them for a good, like, 4, maybe 5 years. And they've lasted me a really long time. And they're really good speakers. I mean, it's like they're like $40 or less, and you get like $100 speaker sound quality. Like, they just sound really good. But I've used them so much. I've left them on with, for hours and hours, or even for like a day or two when I didn't even use them. Sometimes I forget to turn it off, and that kind of stuff. And if they can survive my abuse, that's pretty good. Or not exactly abuse, but, just how I use them. And, I'm going to be replacing the speakers pretty soon. And that's good, and the internet bill did not, have any fees on it or anything like that, so that's good. And yeah, so at least, a couple of good things happened while I was sleeping, but I feel really bad here. In a little bit, I'm probably going to go ahead and take a shower, but I'm going to have some coffee, I'm going to have a little bit to eat for breakfast, and, check around, do some things around the house, and check on things on my computer, because I actually turned off my computer before I went to sleep, so it's actually not on right now, so that's probably why it's so quiet. But, yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So I'll talk to you guys, I don't know, tomorrow. It's actually not too far from midnight, so I would say probably tomorrow. Hey everyone, so it's Thursday morning and it's like 6 in the morning, and I still haven't taken a shower, but I'm going to here in a little bit. Let's just say I did some dishes and a couple of other things. I ate some food, and I spent some time tinkering around with some stuff on the computer, and then something decided to crash on me, and then I had to re-tinker with all of it, and it just really sucked. But things like that do happen sometimes. And right when I was actually about to do some laundry, I heard the dryer go off, and I was like, oh crap, it looks like someone started some laundry again right as I was about to start mine. But the weird thing is that my sister just woke up a little while ago, and she left for work, and my mom and everyone else pretty much got home from work, and it was really interesting just because I heard the dryer going off before my sister even got up for work, and before they even got home. So, I don't know, it was a little bit strange. So, for all we know, it could be the dryer just automatically coming on to keep the clothes from getting wrinkled. And, it's one of those things that I don't care too much about, and I don't know why dryers do that. If it actually does help keep the stuff from getting wrinkled, then that's good. But, there's a very high chance it's that. So, after I get out of the shower, I'm going to go ahead and take these clothes and put them in the washer. And if there's some clothes in the dryer, then I'm going to go ahead and take them out. Which there is some clothes in there, but I just don't know if they actually need to be dried, or if it was just the dryer just automatically coming on to keep them from getting wrinkled and stuff like that. But, either way, I'm going to take them out, at least when they're done, if, it's actually some dirty clothes or what was dirty. And, yeah. So, oh, by the way, actually, right when my sister woke up and when I let the dogs out, right before I let them outside, one of the things I do to, I guess you could say, kind of get them excited to go outside, other than saying the words, go outside, and that gets them all excited, is usually, like, just by, like, not exactly stomping my feet, but just, I don't know, like, I don't know how to say it, but, like, my feet going up and down, on the floor really hard, kind of like I'm stomping, but, like, really fast. And, when they hear those footsteps, it gets them, like, super excited and amped up. And when I did that, I forgot my cat was really close to me, and this has never happened before, but my cat, she somehow got startled and, like, scared so badly. Like, she looked like she saw something, like, fear, like a demon or something, and she ran so fast down the stairs that as soon as she touched the wooden floor downstairs, she slipped and hit the wall. It may seem terrible for me to laugh, but just the way it happened, it was just so freaking funny, and it was hard not to laugh. And I wish I could have recorded it, but things like that happen at random, and you can't really record them ahead of time. That would be awesome, though. But that was just a little bit interesting, and I don't know, that just made me laugh so much. And But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and getting ready to take a shower. Hey everyone, so right now it's Friday night, and let's just say today really hasn't been that good of a day, and for a few reasons, and as you can tell I got a lot of medicine. I got one right here, it's like right around my eye. I actually had to focus on something and try to not look around too much, because let's just say if I tried to like look down and my eyelash goes up, it would stick to that white stuff, and it was really becoming a problem. And this one, it looks like it is probably a zit or something, because it is healing. It's either that or this stuff has some lotion stuff in as well. It was just really, really red, and I couldn't pop anything. It was just really weird. Could have been something else for all we know. But, anyways, so today really hasn't been that good of a day for a couple reasons. And one of those being that, you know, shortly after I woke up, let's just say me and my family got into a really big argument. It was a really stupid one, but it was just, I don't know. I'm one of those people that, you know, really, really doesn't like it when people, you know, greet you in a very negative way in the mornings, or when you first wake up, or when people treat you like crap and are disrespectful, but they expect a really good reaction to you and from you, and expect you to deal with it, and just like some people just expect too much. And you know, someone may say nice words, but if you're saying it with an attitude, your words don't mean jack shit, at least in my opinion. And, you know, out of all things in this world, only have one rule. Only one. And that is, you have to give respect to get respect. If you give disrespect, then you may get disrespect. Simple as that. You have to be willing to get what you give. If you give people disrespect and you get disrespect, you have no right in your mind to complain at all, because you are no better. And that's that. So, I mean, that's just a saying I always have, and my mom's like, well, I'm your mother. I don't care. And I know this may sound stupid to me, from a lot of you guys, you know, at least to some of you. And, you know, it's just, it's that one rule that I have in, you know, life, really, is that you have to give respect to get respect. Doesn't matter if you're the president of the United States, doesn't matter if, you know, you're freaking The Rock or any big celebrity or anything, or a parent or a friend or anything. You have to give respect to get respect. It's that simple. And I really, really don't know what else to say. It just hasn't really been that good of a day, and that's just how my day literally started off. And it put me in a negative attitude, or just very, very bad mood. But, I mean, I'm just not in the mood to record any videos. I mean, it's just as simple as that. I mean, just this is the thing I hate the most. When I get into family arguments, especially relating to this kind of stuff, most of the time they do put me in a bad mood, and they do just ruin things to the point that I just don't feel like recording any videos. I feel like to do videos, you have to be in the mood for it. If you're not in the mood for it, at least if you have a very particular video you have in mind that you want to do, it's really, really hard to do. And I don't want to force myself to do it, you know, and it's just, the video will likely turn out not as good as it could be. I feel like I'm being so negative. I'm really, really sorry, guys, but this is just what's happened so far today, and it's just, other than that, you know, nothing else much has really happened. And I actually don't know what to do. I was planning to record a bunch of videos today, and I literally put everything off to the side. It's like, okay, I'm not going to watch any YouTube videos. I got caught up on most of them last night, and, you know, there's going to be probably a couple of live streams. I'm just going to ignore them, you know, but sometimes I do have to put things on hold and just, you know, put them off to the side. And I did all that, and it's like, something like this comes up, and no, I'm seriously not in the mood to do any videos, and if I do any videos, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time trying to cover up all this stuff, because some of these things are just super freaking red, and the camera makes it turn out even more red than it actually is. Like right here, like, yeah, see, you see that slightest tint of red? I don't know if you actually can, but from the camera, I can see it, and that's from like a mark I had like 2 weeks ago, I think. So, anyways, I'm going to stop babbling on. Wow. I mean, I haven't recorded very much this week, but to see myself babbling on Friday night like this is pretty crazy. And it's usually Sunday, the day that I babble on the most about. But hopefully tomorrow will turn out a better day. As long as I could record some videos, you know, then that's really, really great. I might try to look for some small things to do tonight, and then try to go to bed early, and then try to get ready for tomorrow. And plus, I have a couple of other things in mind that I'm actually planning to do tomorrow. Let's just say I ordered some things, and some of them are going to help fix some problems I've had for ages. That it's like, oh, I finally got the money, and I can finally get that stuff and get all those things just taken care of. And, you know, they're kind of small things, but they're going to probably help me in the long run. So, anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, so I end up actually recording this a little bit late just because Sunday I end up sleeping a lot. I end up sleeping a lot later in the day, and I end up staying up really late. Let's just say there was a very particular TV show that I was watching, and I watched this show several times, and every single time I just watch one episode, I get sucked in just as easily as the first time. And it's one of my favorite shows of all time, probably. It's one of my favorite shows I watched when I was a little kid, and I still enjoy watching it. It's a really good show. And it's a show that used to be on Jetix, and it's one of those shows that reminds me exactly as to why I really made the Jetix Channel, so then I could bring back the channel, since Disney pretty much got rid of it, as well as Toon Disney and a couple of other things. But anyways, this show is probably one of the biggest reasons, and I actually came up with a topic for the Jetix Channel for the next video, so I'll probably make one next week. And let's just say this particular show, it was going to have a second season, and just by watching some of the episodes, oh my gosh, there are so many things within the story that we still don't know yet, and we still didn't get to see. We just got a little taste of this, and we found out a couple things towards, within the last 10 episodes that were really interesting. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till that happens. Hold on, then that means blah 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 is also going to happen. And to see that there wasn't a season 2 simply because Jetix got taken down because of Disney, it really, really upsets me, but... And also, by the way, Saturday, I finally got my sister, we went to the AT&T store, got my sister's phone fixed, and it turned out to be a very simple problem, which was kind of a surprise. And let's just say it was one of those unique types of problems that are the kind of things that you would expect that wouldn't accidentally happen. It's one of those things that you would literally have to do on purpose just because of the type of problem that it is and how it's caused. After all, you never hear about people accidentally making time bombs. That's probably an exaggeration a little bit, but you get the idea, though. And, I'll just have to keep that in mind. It's one of those things I would never think would happen, at least not on accident. And honestly, it makes me think she was fiddling around with something, not knowing what she was doing. But, it was... But anyways, we got that fixed, and we ended up going to Cece's for some pizza. And it was pretty good. I was surprised to see that they were actually serving pretty well. There's a woman that works there that's used to seeing me and my sister, and that's another reason I love living in this area, not just because we're finally in a 2-story house. This is the first 2-story house we've ever lived in, but the neighborhood's nice. I could finally ride a bike around, which sucks, because in the at the old house, we did have bikes, but we never rode them around because it wasn't a very safe neighborhood. And now we don't have bikes because we didn't get to pack everything, and there were some things we had to leave there because we couldn't fit everything into the U-Haul, and we had to leave within 24 hours, which was stupid. But other than that, I still love just how nice a neighborhood this is, and how, it feels like a hometown, kind of like out in the country. It has kind of a feeling like that, and it kind of is. And, the woman at Cece's, she's used to seeing this there all the time, and I feel bad because I kind of forgot her name, and it's a very unique name. It's one that's not hard to remember. But, anyways, had a good night there, and ended up watching Star Trek, the most recent movie, finally. So that was really nice. And the movie turned out, not quite as good as expected, but in a way kind of better. And, I know a lot of Star Trek fans do not like the most recent Star Trek movies, just because it's so different from the story. But I still like the movies, though. I still like them. I treat them just like any other movie. I don't come at the movie with the perspective of, thinking only as a big fan of, the Star Trek series and comparing it to the older stuff. I just look at it as another movie, and I must admit, I can see why people are, big Star Trek fans don't quite like it. But I still think there's a couple unique things that the movie does do a good job on. And they're such unique qualities that I love about the movie. And, they're not really big things, but they're small things. But they're things, about the movies that I really do enjoy that, let's just say, if they started diving even more into the Star Trek universe and started expanding and just going much more in-depth into it and everything, instead of, being very linear like they kind of have been. It's like, oh, here's the plot, and that's about it, or something like that. But they still did a good job. It was entertaining, and it was worth watching in the end. But, let's just say there are certain qualities about the movies that I would love to see, even if they were going to go all out, and just go in depth into the story and everything and dive in and stuff. There's still certain things I would love to still see in there that I think would just make it much more worth watching and entertaining overall. But anyway, so I actually did enjoy the movie, and there's a couple of other movies I need to watch. There are so many movies coming so quickly. There's another Captain America movie, and, I just watched the first one not too long ago. And, it's like every single time a second movie's about to come out, it's like, crap, I haven't even seen the first one. And it's really crazy. But, we watched that Saturday. But today's been a pretty decent day. On Saturday, I got some stuff delivered. One of those things being a wireless receiver for my Xbox 360 controller, which is really nice. I tested on Dark Souls. I had to mess around with some stuff in order to get it working, and let's say there was a couple of problems I had. But I got around it. I got everything working so far, and I'm just happy I can finally play Dark Souls, because the PC port is crappy, which is one of the reasons that Dark Souls 2 has been the PC version is going to be coming out later after the console versions, which has already came out. And, just because they know they need to make sure to not make a crappy PC port again. But anyways, also got what was it? I got something for my my Xbox 360 controller, special adapters, and I can use my PC gaming headset with a microphone and be able to talk to people. And I got some extra, what was it, cushions, like the cushions on the headset that I have, that go against your ears. And they're starting to flatten out a little bit, but after actually rotating them 180 degrees, because the way they press against your ears, one part is going to be more flattened out than the other, which is going to be more up here, because of the way our heads are shaped and everything. And after doing that, they aired back up, they're not as flattened as they were before. And actually, after getting the new ones, I compared them to the old ones. It's like, well, I actually don't need to replace them or change them out or anything. So I got some extra ear muffs or ear cups or whatever, just for in case I need to replace those anytime soon. Because the headset is insanely comfortable, and I wouldn't mind, buying, a new thing of ear cups or muffs or whatever once every single couple of years, just because of how comfortable the headset is. And plus, most headsets don't even sell those things separately, and you have to just replace the whole thing. But anyways, that's about it, So this week's gonna be pretty good, I think. It's gonna be a lot better. I hurt my leg on Saturday because I accidentally tripped because someone left the sink on in the kitchen, and I slipped and my leg really hurt. So I literally feel like every single day throughout the week something was wrong with me in some way, shape, or form. It was all small stuff, but still. But anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't wait till next week, and things are getting better, and I feel really good right now. I really, really do. I don't know why. Wide awake, and I feel very functional and everything. So thank you guys again, guys, for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.